Maybe, I don't remember. It's all about routing. You have to know any. Yeah, know what you want to do. There it is.
Because I don't have my mic in front of my face, and I'm whispering. Sorry. And now I have an echo. It's probably because it's coming through the stream. Let me see. Now let's test. It's coming through the stream.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode tonight of CCRL's Elite Tier. We are in Zandvoort tonight for the Dutch Grand Prix. We've got a short quali, a sprint, and a 50% race. So stick around. It's going to be awesome. We will be back in just a second. We love this sport for the competition because we need it, all of us. The pit in your stomach as the lights go out. The hair on your neck rises as the engines roar to life. We're transported to a place, overcome by the moment, guided by the past and bound to the future.
Stay focused. Give it everything. It's gonna be so
This
close.
is very tight. We're going wheel to wheel.
I'm going for it.
Through goes Hamilton.
It's not over yet.
Max Verstappen.
This is Formula One, and this is CCRL. Hey, welcome back, everyone. I have with me tonight Untrained Pro. He is back in the booth with me tonight. Thank you, Pro. Appreciate you being here.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Yeah, we got Zandvoort tonight. You got any initial thoughts on the track or anything you're hoping to see?
Well, if it's anything like last weekend's race, maybe hopefully it rains. Could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's very dynamic, the weather here in Zandvoort. So we'll see what we get tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a mixture of a little bit of everything. So I'm looking forward to it. We got just a few minutes. We've got about 3 minutes until we get into the race, or quali, I should say. Just a few notes. Want to quickly look at our championship standings, because for the third time this season, we have a new championship leader, and that didn't update, so that's great. Anyway, I go through this every
it would be a
week.
live stream.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a live stream
technical
without
difficulty.
yeah. So our new, there you see it, folks, Angry Walrus sitting at the top of the podium right now. He is sitting at 102 points after last week's win in Mexico. And we have Z-Milk in second, only 4 points behind Angry Walrus. Reimer in third. He is 18 behind Z-Milk. He took a week off. And I think he's starting to pay for that vacation in more than one way. Hopefully he didn't put it on the credit card, because he's already racked up some interest in the driver standings here at round 7. So not completely out of the fight. He's still up there and in it, but those are our updated driver standings. And consequently, Angry Walrus's performance has led his team, the Aston Martin team, to the top of the standings as well. So him, and got to mention Rewinds, is back on the grid tonight after his accident. So Walrus really holding down the fight there on his own, but we should see Rewinds back on the grid tonight and adding to that point total for Aston Martin.
Well, shout out to Rewinds getting back. Hope his hand's gotten repaired and he's feeling better. So welcome back to the grid.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw some photos of his accident, and it was a nasty crash. So we are glad to have him back. Glad to see that he's progressing. So hopefully we'll see some. Hopefully we'll see him do well tonight in Zandvoort. Another note I've got here, Johnny Damon and Merck this week promoted from the Pro Tier up to the Elite Tier. We've seen Johnny Damon the past few weeks really stamp authority in this tier, and he is he's making his full-time debut tonight. So he is now in the Elite Tier, and same with Merck. So we'll see how those guys do tonight.
Yep, Johnny Damon in the Haas, and it looks like Merck will be driving in the Williams tonight. So congratulations to them moving their way up. We'll see how they do with the big boys.
Johnny Damon getting a win 2 weeks ago, and coming in, I believe, second last week in Mexico. So he's got some pace, and these guys are they're going to have their hands full with both him and Merck. So I'm excited to see them get to work tonight as well.
Very nice, very nice. Hey, what I liked your new intro here. Looks like Urban Electrical also likes it. Very dynamic. I liked it.
Yeah, the chat is active tonight. I'm glad about that. Thanks, Urban, for that comment there. Tyler Carney in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. Johnny Damon, hey, get out of the chat, man. You gotta start focusing on the race. No, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. So
maybe he's just really good at multitasking, like as a Verstappen has been. Watching the screens, worrying about the weather while he's driving all at the same time.
I could definitely see that. That guy, Johnny Damon, he's quick. He's got some bandwidth to put other places. That's for sure. All right, I'll tell you what. I am ready to see this race. I think the race that we watched in real F1 last week was good, but typically the virtual race in the Netherlands is better than what you see on TV. So I'm pretty excited for tonight.
It looks like a blast to race. I have not raced that one in the F1, but with all the twists and turns, it just looks like an absolutely fun race to race. So
I think Dresden and I had a conversation once about what would be our favorite track to like actually be able to drive. And I think I kind of just threw out Silverstone because it's got all the history, but I think, and I was thinking about this over the weekend, I think I would change my vote to the Netherlands because it would just be such a fun track to drive.
Well, you and I have talked about actually going to Silverstone, actually watching the race there. But then after watching this one, it reminded that one time that you and I went to Kentucky Motor Speedway just a couple hours south of here, where we're from, and watching that race and sitting way up on the high stands. You could watch the whole race from one seat. And I almost feel like Zandvoort's could be very much like that. You just sit back and watch the whole thing instead of seeing one turn or one straightaway. It looks like an absolute amazing track to go to.
Yeah, and that's just the racing we're talking about. I'm sure the atmosphere is just absolutely bonkers if the TV broadcast even slightly portrayed it. So I'm down. I want to go to the Netherlands sometime and see this race and participate in all the festivities. So, yeah.
Start saving. Let's go.
I'm ready. I got the money in the bank. But, yeah, that would not be a cheap trip, I'm sure.
No.
All right. Well, we got our race notes out of the way. We've talked about business. We've talked about what else can we talk about?
What's the tire strategy here? We're gonna see a lot of pit stops. Or are we gonna maybe see a two-stopper?
So I'm interested. So there's a couple different things I'm interested to see tonight. In that over the past few sprint races, we've seen that medium tire runners maybe have a little bit more life at the end of that sprint as those soft tires really hit a cliff. So I'm wondering if that holds true tonight in tonight's sprint race. But in the actual race, the hard tires really not bad here. So it's a newer surface here in Zandvoort. It's a very, very fresh surface, so there's not a whole lot of degradation. So I could see a one-stop maybe, soft to hards possibly, but we'll see. There could be a safety. I think a good chance of a safety car here as well. So,
okay. Yeah, the high bank turns and the huge sand traps can easily get you stuck. It looks like.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Everybody. If it's anything like the real race, we'll see a lot of people drive right down that turn one, right into that short chute there, and take the emergency ramp around.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of that in the monsoon there.
Oh my gosh!
What was that, lap 62 or something? I can't
61, 62 is when all started falling down.
Yeah,
and then they ended up calling it, I think, with 8 laps to go. So. That was a great race this last weekend. Definitely worth a replay if you're bored. Go back to probably easily the most exciting race of the year.
Yeah, right after you get done replaying all of our CCRL videos, just move right on over to F1's channel and watch the replay from last weekend. Because, yeah, no, it was a really good race, and you can't say that about a whole lot of the races this year.
No, it's
Looks
true.
like we are starting to get everyone readied up here and head over into qualifying.
Who's your favorite? What's your top three here? Who do you think is
Ooh.
gonna take the podium?
I mean, if I'm going based off this season, I've got to say Johnny Damon, Walrus, and might throw Guzman in there as a top three.
Johnny Damon going with his debut, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
like
he's
it.
been quick
Yeah.
and he's shown these guys, what's what here. So it'll be interesting to see if anybody's got an answer for him, to be honest.
I'll be curious if Z-Milk comes back from his vacation well rested and just runs away with this race. But
This is definitely a Z-Milk track, too. Like, if there was a track for Z-Milk, it's got to be Zandvoort. The man loves some higher downforce setups, and this one is like as much downforce as you can bolt on. So there's very few high-speed sections of this track other than the front straightaway. So
I don't see Reimer on here. Is he racing tonight?
Reimer should have been in, unless he had something like late at work or something. I'm not sure, but not seeing him. Interesting.
He just got cut off early. Yeah, I don't see Reimer racing tonight.
Well, Kyle Dyer in the chat. We do have a Discord. We should find a way to share that on here. It's probably on our Twitch page somewhere. If you can run over to the Twitch page and check it out. All right, so there's Urban in the chat. Reimer's running late, and Feeney as well. So those two be joining us here. Our
That
last
was
two
the other one I
drivers.
was looking for.
Yeah,
Feeney. I was looking for Feeney.
with the mustache.
Yeah, that's right. Feeney's my boy. I'm sorry. I am partial to Feeney. He's been my number one since I became a fan of the CCRL. So
All right, looks like we got a couple of Red Bulls here coming out. Line astern with one another. Pontiac in front of Curveball.
So we have short quality tonight, right? And then we go into our sprint race. And then you said, 50% real race here? Is that right?
Yep, that's correct. So the next just over 16 minutes, we'll have time for these drivers to come out, try and set their fastest lap. They're going to be on the ragged edge as they start here. And after that, we'll roll right into the sprint race.
All right, everybody, make sure you pop your Red Bull. It's going to be a long night.
I've got my drink of choice here, my Monster Juice, the Chaotic.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It is. It's
I
my
like
favorite.
that one. I had to lay off the Red Bulls and the Monsters, all energy drinks. I'm an old man now. My heart doesn't like it.
Does it give you make your stomach upset now?
No, it actually gave me really bad heart palpitations.
Oh gosh.
So I had to lay off. Doctor said cut back on the caffeine. So I did buy one last week. I was having some just very rough days last week, and I bought one Monster and I drank. Oh, got someone in the wall already.
Yeah, hopefully that didn't get your heart palpitating too much there.
Oh gosh, no.
But yeah, Pontiac just saving that before he got into turn 3. And turn 2 is one of those that will catch out. It's got just that quick kind of kink to the right, and it's an easy place to lose traction.
Well, it's all good. It's a warm-up lap, so.
I've got my Ferrari hoodie on tonight, so I feel like maybe jumping on board with Bong It here as he goes through his first flying lap.
I have picked up my first F1 gear here. I picked up a Danny Rick hat.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I know. I know he's no longer racing for McLaren, but I think if I had a favorite team, McLaren's gonna be my favorite team. Favorite driver is Daniel Ricciardo, but I do have this thing for Verstappen too. So mostly, I think it's because what is that? The Netflix series that came out.
Yep, Drive to
I,
Survive.
yep, I kind of latched onto him, not realizing who he really was.
Yeah, I think a lot of
And
people
now,
did.
now everybody knows who he is. So I'm more of a root for the underdog. So it's kind of weird to. I'm not like a full Verstappen fan, but I do.
Well, he was an underdog for quite some time.
Yeah. I mean, you got to recognize greatness. I mean, even I'm not a huge Lewis Hamilton fan, but watching him race, I have definite appreciation for his talent for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, all these guys. I mean, you see like your Lewis Hamiltons, right? And your Fernandos and Max. And
Oh
once they
yeah,
get into a good car, they can really start to exhibit their skill. But when they're not in a good car, that shows too.
yeah. Oh, Fernando was amazing this weekend too.
Absolutely.
Just some of his passes where he was 2 seconds behind coming out of the pits and passed Joe like in the first turn right after the pits, like Joe was standing still. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, even here at the CCR, you could definitely tell those who. And the Ferrari goes around, went down a little too deep there in that turn.
All right, we're jumping on board with Angry Walrus. He has started his flying lap, so we'll see. Top man on the board now currently is Johnny Damon with a 109 flat almost by just over 6/1000ths. Barney, the next man behind him, 8/10ths down. We'll see, can Angry Walrus put it close to or beat Johnny Damon here in Zandvoort?
A great situation awareness by these guys, making sure they're getting out of the way for the people behind them.
Yeah, this is a track. The only one that might be harder to stay out of the way is Monaco. This track is just crazy, and you want to make sure you don't impede somebody on their quali lap. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you what, if we had to race Monaco, that's one race. If I was one of the drivers, I would just, where's turn one, where's the wall? I got to go to bed early. I wouldn't put myself through the stress of Monaco.
Next Monday night, Pro Tier will be in Monaco.
Oh man,
Yep,
that will show the real talent.
I'm
of
looking
these
forward
guys.
to it. Oh, Angry
Wow.
Walrus showing that he has got some pace in hand with a 108.9. Just sticking it to Johnny Damon by 2/100ths there. Just a little bit more than. That is an impressive time.
Absolutely, putting that rookie right where he's supposed to be, number 2.
Angry Walrus, he's had pace. We've seen him here in the Elite Tier for the past couple seasons, and we know the pace has been there. But as of recently, his racecraft has been just on another level as well, which was the key component that he was kind of missing for a while. He's found that, and now he is leading the championship. So looks like he is not going to change that run of form tonight so far.
Looks like Walrus is running. Looks like he's running a second hot lap. I mean, I haven't seen much of him slowing down here at all. Oh, Urban with a grid penalty. Oh, no. He's coming in for the pits. All right.
All right. We got curveball on an out lap.
Now I'm curious. Now you like to race. You race every Monday, and right, every Monday I think.
I do. Yeah, I run with the Pro Tier here in CCRL.
Yep. How much does it really matter to run one hot lap and come in? Are you running only one lap, like 2 laps of fuel? Is that why they're coming in right away, or why don't they do 2 hot laps in a row?
Yep. So in quali, particularly when it's dry, you're going. You want to get as much pace as you can for one raw lap. So you've got your battery completely charged up. You're not trying to use any of that on your out lap. You've got as little fuel in the car as possible. And that's for two reasons, right? One is weight, and the other is the way that basically for tire life, right? The more weight you have in the car, obviously it's going to be harder to get in and out of the turns, but it's also going to tear up the tires. It's going to degrade the tires more quickly. So you've got, light fuel, brand new set of tires, full battery, because you're on the ragged edge of what the car can do over that one lap.
I forgot about the battery.
Yep.
That's a
And
great
so,
point.
and probably one quali lap is going to take probably 5 to 6%, maybe more, maybe 7 or 8% out of that set of tires. Whereas one lap under race pace may only take, 1 to 2% out of the tires.
Oh, interesting. That's a
So
good point.
you're really killing those tires on that one lap.
Okay. Now I know me just getting used to get my reps in. I'd probably do better that second if I were to run 2 hot laps back to back.
Yeah, and
But I
that's
forgot about the battery. The battery's it's amazing how much a battery can matter. Guzman looks like to the top here.
yes, Guzman just setting a 1087. So the track is starting to evolve here. We're just over 8 minutes left in quali. We see Guzman taking almost more than 2/10 out of Angry Walrus's time. We're going to
must
jump
put
back
that new-
on Z-Milk
Let's
real
put
quick.
that new wing
improving.
on. Put that new McLaren wing on. I'll see if he keeps it on for the race, though.
Yeah, they did run a new beam wing this weekend. Looked like they had quite a bit of pace. So Z-Milk across the line. He's down 3/10.
Looks like a McLaren.
Did we have a
think
McLaren off track?
Stop there. Yep.
So that would have been Guzman. I think maybe just getting out of the way for traffic, possibly.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. He had 2 people caught behind him.
So Merck now going in front of Z-Milk. He's just set a 109.5. So Merck and Johnny Damon are 2 Pro Tier promotions this week, running 3rd and 4th currently.
Merck racing on the computer. Looks like Guzman's also on the computer tonight. Anyote has yet to run a hot lap yet. And looks like we have Feeney in the lobby now.
Yes, Feeney in, and seeing Urban. Urban sent a message. He's got a 5-place grid penalty for driving slow in the pit exit. Oh,
How unlucky is that?
that
Oh.
is very unlucky. So we're on board with Anyote now. He is starting his hot lap. We'll take a lap with him and see what he can do. Oh, there he is. He set his time, 1:11.6. Surely that probably is representative.
It's first lap out.
Yep. And they should have, for this qualification session, depending on how they want to save their tire allocation for the race, they'll have at least 2 sets of new soft tires, at least 2, most likely 3.
Now, as we get ready to go into the sprint race, are we just going to run 1 set of mediums? I mean, I would definitely do a 1 stop. No stops, just start out. Do you think people can, think these guys will try to risk it, trying to run the whole thing on a soft tire?
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of getting at in the pre-show, is that recently we've seen that soft really trail off at the end of the sprint races. More so in the sprints that we've done so far, there's been a lot of high-speed corners. Zandvoort is got 1 high-speed corner in an RE Lyondike turn 14, that banked corner, but it is banked, so that takes quite a bit of energy that would normally be put into the tire out. So I don't know. I think the medium could be a decent strategy for maybe someone who's 10th, 11th, possibly, who could maybe squeak a couple positions, in the last couple laps of the sprint. But we'll have to see. I would imagine if it follows suit, though, that those soft tires are going to get very sketchy towards the end of the sprint.
Yeah, I definitely think here you're going to need to have as much grip as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just with all these sharp, winding turns, the last thing you want to do is lose that back end.
So
yeah, once those soft start going, whew.
Johnny Damon has pumped in a new time in a 108.9, so he's moved up in front of Angry Walrus again. We also saw God Rewinds come out in the Aston Martin. He's back. He has set a 110.4 to put him in 12th. I'll jump on board with Owa. He's halfway through his lap here. Just getting ready to set. We'll see him come through here, turn 5, and then we'll get a thermometer on where he's at in the lap. Up 0.3, so he's got quite a bit of time. Not improving this lap. Looking up the grid, Hemphead, Urban, Barney, is Johnny Damon out again already? No, he's coming in. Got Urban. Looks like he is he setting up for a hot lap?
Oh, about 3 minutes left here.
Yeah, just over.
Qualification. Everybody needs to start think about get out of the pits and get that one last hot lap in.
So I think that's what Urban has done. He's abandoning this lap. He'll probably come in, put on a new set of boots, and then we'll start to see everyone pile out.
Shiesty.
Barney now. Barney up into 4th. He's just set a new time. He's up into the 109s, a 109.4. Good enough for 4th position there.
So we still got 4 or 5 people still sitting in the pits here.
Yep, so it looks like Owa, Onyote, Urban, John the Prince, Rujoff, and Z-Milk, and Johnny Damon. All these guys need to get out probably in the next 20 seconds, I would think, to get their laps started. Guzman, our current pole sitter, on his out lap. Angry Walrus currently going purple. He's down a 10.5 already through Sector 1. We're going to keep an eye on where he finishes this lap. Man, that is quick. We'll see a time here as he comes through Sector 2, now down almost 0.3. That's going to put him down into the 108.6s already, and he's still got a sector to go.
Great exit out of that turn. Perfect dive.
And he's going to stick it 108.6. Jumping in front of Guzman by more than a tenth. Guzman on his fast lap currently. He's down a 10.5. This is going to be very close as Guzman comes across the line. These two battling it out here in quali tonight.
Much better exit out of that last turn.
Oh, Guzman piffs him to the pole. 108.5 for Guzman, but don't sleep on Johnny Damon. He has just started his fast lap. We'll get a thermometer here on his lap as he comes through Sector 1. He's matched his best time already, so he's got to pick up the pace through Sector 2. and we are now out of time in quali. We've already got 7 finishers, and we are waiting on the rest of the field to come through. Johnny Damon down almost a tenth in that middle sector. He's going to need more than that in this final sector. And it's short. It's only really 2 turns. All right, so Johnny Damon does improve across the line there to a 108.8. So he's got some competition tonight. All 3 of those guys, the 3 I called at the beginning, but not in the order I called, reverse order.
And Z-Milk up to 5th.
Oh, nice. Z-Milk, a 109.45. Almost jumping Barney there. We've got a couple more. Curveball in 11th coming around the final turn here. Is he going to improve?
He's got some speed coming out of that last turn there.
No, he stays 11th. And that's it. That's our qualification order. So Guzman, your pole sitter tonight for the sprint in that McLaren, followed very closely by Angry Walrus and Johnny Damon on the second row right alongside Barney. Times are very close from 4th back to 9th.
It'd be a good sprint.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Only like 0.5 in between 4th and 9th. And those are all points paying positions there, 1 through 8 in the sprint tonight. So it's going to be good.
Now we get down to business and see how we do here in the sprint race. It's one thing to run a hot lap. It's a whole other thing to race it with next to your competition.
That
see if we have any
exactly right.
See if we have any 3 wides going to turn 1. I'll be curious.
It's going to be the sprint race. It's hard to say because everyone, I feel like, especially these top 4 or 5 guys, are going to be a little bit reserved. They want to maintain that position because the big points come in the Grand Prix. So it's going to be interesting. Are any of the guys maybe like 10th to 15th going to make a dive bomb there into turn 1?
Hey, I only know one speed, and that goes fast. So I try to win. I try to win everything. Well, let's see how Reimer does here. Now that he's out in the lobby, so he'll be starting at the back, correct?
I didn't see the final quali. Did Reimer make it into the? He didn't make it into the session, so yeah, I would assume he's going to be starting in the back.
Yeah, I did see him like ghosted or whatever his name was, like grayed out.
Ooh, all right, sprint's coming up next. We're going to do a quick. We'll do a quick pre-sprint video here, and then we'll come back. We'll talk about predictions on the sprint, Pro.
All right, sounds good. Don't go anywhere.
Right. So tonight, good evening and welcome to Zandvoort. We return to sprint format tonight here at CCRL Elite Tier. The driver's about to turn up the limit on a tricky track, hopefully not in tricky conditions. It's 2.6 miles around this track as it carves its way through the dunes of Zandvoort Beach, just over half the lap at full throttle. It's 14 turns, 2 DRS zones, and 2 banked turns, which we should see encourage side-by-side racing tonight. Weather forecast looks dry, but you know there is always a chance for rain here in Zandvoort. If it stays dry, we'll see the hardest of the Pirelli compounds tonight, the C3, C2, and C1. Like I said, we could see weather play critical roles, so don't go anywhere because it could get dicey around here tonight. We're heading into the sprint. Pro, what is your predictions?
I predict a crash on turn 1. How about that?
Oh, some early
hate to call
sprint
it, but-
drama into Tarzan.
Absolutely.
That would
Yep.
be. That's not out of the question at all. It's a quick sprint down to turn 1, but it gets very tight very quickly. Especially not so much the entrance into 1, but the exit of 1, because you've got that the track slides to the left as you go through 2 and do that quick right hander. So you kind of lose an idea of who's around you as you're starting to navigate the track through 2 and 3. I think we could see something. I think we could see fireworks in 3, if I had to guess.
Slide to the left, slide to the right, cha-cha now. That's what we're doing.
Here we go. Formation lap. Everyone's got their strategies built, which should be fairly simple.
I'm going to
for
say
this.
Johnny Damon. Oh, well, I was wrong, but I was going to say Johnny Damon probably will go for the soft tires and make some fireworks being his debut, but makes a good choice and goes to the mediums.
Yeah, I wondered how much of this we would see, but it looks like half the field going one way or the other. And if we do get some caution laps, those sprint or those soft tire runners are going to benefit from those for sure. So your first 5 on the mediums. Then we go next 5 on the softs. Then from curveball back to shiesty, it's mediums. Owada bong it on softs. And then eeny, meeny, miny, mo, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Reimer starting on those softs, looking to make up quite a few positions. We'll see if he can do that here at the start of the sprint. But yeah, quite a mixture.
We got a great field tonight too. Full 20 people on the smaller track, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Having a full field tonight.
Yeah, and we've got a full field, which is objective number 1, but we've got a competitive field, which is objective number 2. And the admins have done a great job with this promotion system that they've got currently in place. We're starting to introduce some new things to this tier, like certain assists being turned off. So I think it's starting to tighten the field up a little bit, and I'm excited to see this current format in the elite tier kind of take some time and develop these guys, because I think it's going to lead to a really awesome league. So,
how many of these are controller? Like your thumb and your thumb and type controller, or how many of them are actual steering wheel? Do you know?
in this elite tier,
Yeah.
I think it's very few on the controller, if any. I think most of these
Okay.
guys are on a rig.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Looks like we got some people lined up out of place up there. Who's that?
Ooh,
Number
yeah, a
2,
little
Angry
bit.
Walrus.
Angry Walrus looking to cover off at the start
And-
here.
And it looks like Johnny Damon's also lined up outside of his box.
So they're pointing the direction they want to go, which tells me Angry Walrus is looking to get a great start and try to cover off Guzman. So we'll see if he's able to get the jump. Once we get the lights out here in Zandvoort tonight, it's CCRL's Elite Tier. It's a round 7 in Zandvoort. We're looking for a great race tonight.
Anyote is a DSQ.
Yeah, we'll get a little bit of that before the race gets going here, as all of our different systems line up. Should be any
Should be
minute.
on the PlayStation.
There are leagues that are one system only, but we are currently cross-play. So
That's good. Looks like Angry Walrus is the only one on the Xbox. Speaking of the Xbox and being better than the PlayStation,
oh,
have
here
you
we
seen
go.
Starfield comes out? Starfield comes out next weekend, and it's not going to be on the PlayStation.
I haven't seen that.
So, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game.
Well, we might have a glitch here.
Oh no!
I think we may have a glitch. This is new.
I see some bouncing. See the cars bouncing.
I know. I think this is
Where's
probably.
Morpheus?
I think they pushed an update. Maybe not yesterday, but maybe it was yesterday. Would have been
Romer's car's over here.
Tuesday.
Working.
Tuesday they pushed the update, so they must have undone some of the fixes they've done here. There was an issue with formation lap, and they pushed an update to fix it. Pushed another update yesterday, and now it looks like they've undone what they fixed.
No.
So, yep, confirmation. We are going to start a new lobby. So we're going to jump out of this. And while we're doing that, folks, stick with us. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the sprint race here in Zandvoort. Don't go anywhere. We've got a great race coming for you here in just a couple minutes.
Snack time. Grab your Red Bull, guys.
Welcome back, everyone, to CCRL's Elite Tier. Your commentators had to stop just for a second so we could get some chicken nuggies. We getting hungry over here. So we're getting everybody back in. We had some technical difficulties, but they're being fixed. So thank you for being patient with us. They're resetting the grid currently, and then we'll be headed into the sprint. But Kyle Dyer, he looked on the Twitch and did not see the Discord link. Let's see. I wonder if you can send me a direct message in Discord.
Send Trackside a whisper, and he can drop
Yes.
you the link.
Yeah, send me a whisper. It's Trackside, just like it's spelled there below my picture. TRACKS1DE. So send me a whisper, and I'll shoot the Discord information over to you. We're always looking for new drivers. Pro tier right now just lost two of our best in Johnny Damon and Merck. So spots are open. So
Pro tier's it's kind of like I don't want to say the entry level, but the rookie.
yeah, it's a feeder. It's a feeder tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. We a lot of driver
Still very
development
competitive.
takes place in
Still
that
very
tier, but yeah, it's still competitive for sure. I race in it on Monday nights, and big shout out. I got to take time here and say big shout out to Reimer, SP, and oh man, now I can't remember that guy's Gary Laser something. Those the three of them were commentating on Monday night. Reimer's been jumping in, helping out, commentating on Monday nights. So huge shout out. It's always entertaining. I think
those guys are hilarious.
Yeah, Wednesday nights I come at it as more of a little bit more professional level, and Monday night commentary is a party. So it really is. It's so entertaining. Love watching the race back with those guys. So it's fun to watch. Johnny Damon in the chat says, "Pro, those chicken nuggies look good."
Dude, they are delicious.
You got any dip? You got any dip sauce for them?
I did. That was the honey roasted barbecue. What am I thinking about? It was the honey barbecue for Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, okay.
So,
Where'd you get your chicken nuggies from?
Those were from McDonald's.
Okay, well, let me tell you something.
And they're 2 days old.
I got a Costco membership the other day. I haven't had one for a long time.
Oh.
And I got told about these chicken nuggets, the frozen ones,
Okay.
that they taste like Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. And I'm here to tell you that they do. They are delicious. So I love me some Chick-fil-A. And yeah, if you need some to heat up at home, go visit your local Costco. I'm not getting paid by Costco to tell you to do that. They're just good chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I think Sam's Club has something similar to that. They have way too much pickle flavor to them, and the kids don't like them.
Oh, I got Sawyer some pickle ranch the other day. She's obsessed with pickles, and she didn't want anything to do with this pickle ranch. So I've got a full bottle of that in my fridge that's never going to get eaten. Yep.
Oh, man. Give it to the pigs. Do you have pigs yet?
No pigs. Just horses and goats.
Okay.
Yeah. Old McPecker.
Yeah. Pickle ranch. That's a very interesting flavor combination.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be good. It turns out it's not.
What? Just dip some Lay's potato chips in it. It'd be like the Lay's pickle potato chips.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought too. It's too much pickle flavor. They just needed just barely do it, and they overdid it.
Get some cheese, pizza rolls, and dip them in that. See how that turns out.
Yep, or like ranch or mayonnaise or something.
Mayonnaise
Hey,
with fries.
Kyle Dyer. Hey, I got your PlayStation message. So after the broadcast, I'll reach out to you and get you the link. Okay, bud.
Very cool.
Yep. Our chat is showing up over here now. It had not been showing up, and now it is. So that's good. What else was it? Oh, hey. October.
Hates for horses.
Yeah,
Yes.
October IMSA race at IMS. We should go.
Okay.
We should definitely go.
Let's see if I have prior job arrangements that we.
It'll be on Sunday. It'll be October 17th. You got drill that weekend.
I gotta check.
The IMSA race is fun.
I know in October I have to be the actual. Cause
Oh yuck!
yeah,
Because somebody's probably going to the race
Uh,
already.
14-15 is drill weekend.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Actually, I'll look.
Yep.
I'll look.
We'll figure. That's usually what happens.
I'll call your boss and tell him. Look, he don't need to be there.
He'll probably listen to you. Matter of fact, I saw him the other day following me.
Oh no!
I was like, hey, I think I know who that is. Because he lives down here.
Who else is in the chat? Who's KD? KD 1997. Oh, is that the same guy? Is that Kyle? Kyle was on Twitch and YouTube. We got to give that guy an award. He's following us on both channels.
Let's go.
We've lost Tyler
All right.
Carney. I haven't seen him chat in a while.
What do we think, chat? What do you think? What's your prediction for this? For turn one, do you think we're going to have an accident, or do you think we're going to have a nice clean 1 through 3 turns? Excuse me. I'd be curious to see what the chat thinks.
We'll see what they say here.
I wonder how many people would change their tire strategy now they've seen everybody else's tire
Yeah,
strategy.
hey, that's a good point. Do you think we're going to see more people move on to the softs?
Probably not.
You think it's going to go the other way? Everyone's moving on to the mediums?
I don't know. I don't know if anybody was really going to want to change their strategy. I'm just curious if somebody will. I mean, we know it was 4 mediums, 5 soft, 2 mediums, 2 softs, and then every other one.
Yeah.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
We'll be able to tell pretty quickly if somebody's changed theirs or not.
I would guess that Reimer probably changes his 2 mediums.
Being the last one on the grid.
Yes. Seeing that he'll be able to make up a lot of spaces towards the end. And especially since Reimer also went to the mediums. So I would say I wouldn't be surprised if Reimer and Beanie flip-flop and will change based on each other's decisions.
Oh, yeah. It's a little bit of strategy now because now you know what the guy in front of you and behind you is doing. So do you stick? It's like rock paper scissors, right? Like you throw down the rock. It's like, do you throw the rock again, thinking that they're going to throw their same one again, or do you got to get in their head a little bit?
Exactly. I bet you Johnny Damon switches to this too. I just have a feeling that, I mean, I thought from the beginning he was going to run to the softs. I bet he switches to the softs. Being third, right? Third, is that where we're starting? Want to try to grab that lead. So,
Yeah.
all right, looks like we're starting up here.
No, we're having more issues.
No. Well, kudos to these guys sticking around super late.
Well, they don't
Try to get
like
the
these
race
guys have been waiting all week for this one race, and they're not going to let it go. You know, there's been time. I think it was Hungary this year in this season. It was like 5 laps to go or something. We'd gone through rain and then back to a dry tire, and then the game crashed, right? And we had guys wanting to run the whole race back.
What?
Yeah, they don't let it quit, man. These guys take this very seriously. So Johnny in the chat says absolutely not, and I think that's in regards to moving to the soft tire. He says he's got to keep the pace until the end.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we're gonna jump back in and see.
We'll see, Johnny. We'll see. You're just trying to throw us off.
Yeah. I think maybe he's trying to throw us. Maybe he is going to change now, and he said that because he knows everyone's watching.
That's right.
We gave away his strategy. So next week, or this week, I should say, in a few days, Monza. Monza should be a good race.
What do you think about Ferrari? Do you think they're going to be competitive, or are they going to lay another egg like they've been doing all year?
I don't think they're going to be competitive, but who I think is going to be really competitive is Williams.
Max Verstappen.
Well, I mean, sure. I think Williams is going to be really good. They surprised me in Zandvoort because that should not have been a track for them. But Monza typically is a good track for them. So if they were good in Zandvoort, how much better are they going to be somewhere where they can display their speed? So I'm excited to see what Williams has in store this weekend with Alex behind the wheel. I think maybe he might be able to get a legit podium.
Let's take a step back. Let's go 2 years back, right? You have Alex Albon in a Red Bull, right? And he replaced
3 years
Pierre
ago we
Gasly.
did.
3? Has
Yep.
it been 3 already? Wow.
Because he's been in the Williams. This is the second year in the Williams, and then he took a year
That's
off.
right. Yep. And then you had Pierre Gasly. He replaced Pierre Gasly, mid-season or after like the first couple races?
Yeah, it was like 7 races in.
And now everybody's talking about how Red Bull wants to get rid of Carlos Sainz. They want to build, not Carlos, Checo.
Sergio, yeah.
They want to get rid of Checo to build a super team. And who finished third? Gasly. Who finished fourth? Albon. If Red Bull was just like maybe chill out a little bit,
Yeah.
they would have had 2 of these awesome drivers.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Very interesting. I read an article yesterday where Red Bull's actually trying to get Albon to come back. And I have to be honest with you, if Red Bull came back to me and said, come back, I'd be like, I'd stick a finger up to it and walk away down the street and be like, I'm good right here. I may never win a championship, but I'm never going to.
I don't know. It depends on how much money they were waving in front of my face, I guess. But
Okay, so you say that. Now, let's talk about Lewis Hamilton. Lewis hasn't signed a contract yet.
he's not going to go to Red Bull. They would
But,
not do that to Max.
But you just said it depends how much money you wave in their face.
Yeah, but
I
they're
mean,
not going to wave money in front of Lewis's face, and because Christian hates Lewis, and so I just Lewis knows that he has history with Max. He's not going to move to Red Bull. I could see if Lewis was going to move to a different team, I could see him either moving back to McLaren, his home team, or moving to Ferrari. But I don't see either one of those 2 moves happening either. I think he's pretty close to signing a contract with Mercedes.
I think Ferrari's going to make the wrong decision, and they're going to keep Leclerc, and they're going to let Carlos Sainz leave.
Yeah, I know. Everyone, I've had this discussion with Dresden too. He thinks Leclerc is the better driver over Sainz.
And I'm like, why?
I think data-wise, maybe you could make an argument that they're similar, but how often does Ferrari favor Leclerc over Sainz? And Sainz still has a fairly equal resume with Ferrari. So,
All the time. And a lot of times where Leclerc does beat Sainz is only because Ferrari has given Leclerc the benefit of the doubt, like given him the benefit to undercut.
yeah, he's had the
Carlos.
preferred strategy.
Yes.
Yep.
And I think Carlos is a great driver. I think he's very underrated.
Yep, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, if I had to pick a driver, and he's a little bit more what am I looking for? He's more consistent than Leclerc is as well.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, what here he crashed this weekend. I
He
think.
did. He did. Yep. He picked up damage and ended up
And,
having to retire the car.
Yep. And I think he's got a little bit of a I don't want to say prima donna. Maybe that is the right word, but he does come off a little bit. You owe it. You owe me. Kind of has like that you owe me attitude.
Yeah, I feel like he's kind of got a chip on his shoulder a little bit, and he drives that way too. You know, like just pushing beyond what the car's capable of.
Mm.
All right, so it looks like, hey, good news, folks. If you stuck with us, we appreciate it. We're readying up, so we're heading into the session, and it is about time. I'm gonna have to go get another monster to get through this.
Johnny's saying that Lewis will stay with Mercedes and retire with them. Sainz will go to Williams to replace Sargent.
Oh, I don't
Now
know about that.
That is a very interesting take. I like that.
Signs to Williams? I don't know.
Now Sainz has a contract to 2024, I think, right?
Yeah, he's got another year.
I don't think Sargent comes back next year. I think they're going to find a way to replace him. Like the way that Albon's been able to handle the car this year, like you get two competitive drivers, and Williams has been so bad for so long. Like them having like someone get
there's too big of a
consistent
gap
points.
between the two of them.
Yeah, they're going to want to capitalize right now on.
That's interesting, though. Johnny Damon's got an interesting perspective there in the chat. I'd love to know who else got. If you got a prediction, let's just type it out. I want to see it.
So if Sainz goes to Williams, who replaces Sainz?
At Ferrari?
Yeah. Checo's going to need his spot after next year, if not sooner.
I don't know that anyone would sign Checo. He was
Really?
on his way out of Formula One when Red Bull signed him.
You don't think he's done enough with Red Bull to
No,
say,
I think
hey,
Max has pretty much put a tombstone on Checo.
I mean, Checo's got a couple wins, but you're saying just because the car is so good that you can't give him the credit for those?
I mean, he's in a far superior car, and like this past weekend, what did he do with that? You know, like he wasn't even on the podium. The Red Bull should be finishing 1-2 every race.
Yeah, that's a good point. He goofed up though there at the end, didn't he, with a pit stop though, I think? He took a 10-second pit. Yeah, he took a 10-second pit, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're right. Him not being able to get a Q3 definitely hurts him.
He's
And I
had
think
quite a few qualifying errors this year too that have led to him starting further back on the grid.
Yeah. And I think his attitude of I'm going to compete for a championship, I think kind of did him in. Like right after race 3, he was like, I'm going to fight Max for a championship. Like, don't count your
It's
chickens
easy to
before
say
they
at
hatch.
3 races in,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So Checo's out of a job. I don't think Daniel Ricciardo will make it back next year. As much as I'd love to see it, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna stay.
I don't know.
I just don't know.
We'll see. I mean, he's not helped him out. He's not helped himself by breaking his wrist or his hand or whatever.
Driving into the wall.
Yeah.
It's either the wall or
Piastri. Yeah.
or Piastri. I'm like, I don't know why you would just like. Why didn't you just hit the brakes, bud, and dive down? I don't know. It's a very interesting call.
All right, so here we go. This is it. The sprint lights are on. lights are out, and here we go. We've started the sprint, lap 1 here as we rush down into Tarzan. It's pretty clean so far, a little bit of rubbing, but everyone's through and starting to take their positions. We're going to take a look here. Oh,
Whoa! And the McLaren.
Guzman just, I mean, he just torpedoed into the wall in
Holy
turn 3.
smokes.
And that's got to bring out a safety car. Yeah. Holy cow.
Well, you're right. Turn 3.
Yeah, turn 3.
Oh, holy smokes.
I mean, we saw that happen, and I didn't believe it almost.
He looked like a hungry dog running towards his food bowl and just overshot it and just spilled it everywhere.
What, did he make contact with another car?
Oh, I didn't see. I should have looked at the Twitch to check to see where he got bumped or something. It looked clean, like everything looked clean. And then all of a sudden he was in the wall. Oh, how disappointing.
So Z-Milk in second, Barney in third, Rujoff in fourth, Merck. Let's take a look at positions.
Feeney switched to the mediums. No, Reimer switched to the mediums. Reimer switched to mediums from the soft tire.
What am I looking for here? I want to see tire. No, I want to see position change. There we go. So Z-Milk and Rujoff up 3 positions there on that start of the sprint race. Johnny Damon losing out big time, down 3 places.
I wonder if he got caught up in that little spill by Guzman.
Very possible, very possible. And I almost, the way that Guzman hit that wall, I almost wonder if Damon was on the outside as they came through turn 3, and maybe him and Guzman caught wheels, and maybe he almost kind of pitted Guzman as they came around there. Not purposefully, but that's the only way I could see him hitting the wall that hard the way he did.
Yeah, going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
He got bumped and spun around.
That was interesting. So,
Looks
soft
like
tire.
Feeney
Go ahead.
jumped down into the pits. Yeah, he did. Feeney jumped into the pits to grab soft tires.
Yeah, so I was about to say, anyone who's on the soft tire starting out has gotten a bit of a reprieve here with the safety car immediately. Not even really getting those tires up into a working temperature window before the race starts. Only having gone a couple corners before we got into a safety car. But yeah, those soft tire runners should be good to the end now, I would think.
That would explain why Feeney jumped down and took the soft tires, because he's taking advantage of this yellow flag.
Yeah, it's a free stop. If you think you can benefit from having that little bit extra rubber, some of these other soft guys, he's going to have a little bit of advantage on coming the end of the sprint race.
Looked like Rujoff decided to not hit the brakes through that last turn. Just start passing everybody. All right, everybody's favorite. This is the part where I like just hit the fast forward button, and
we should see, I would think, safety car is going to be in this lap. So we want to get back to, we want to see some green flag racing. That's what we're here for. So Guzman going to be starting the Grand Prix from the back of the field. And there we have race control message at the top. Safety car will be in this lap. We'll start from Barney. We'll be able to see as the field comes through. Let's see if Z-Milk, can Z-Milk get a jump on Angry Walrus?
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing.
Oh, Barney getting very close. He's
taking him.
anxious to
He's
go.
taking him right to the line.
He's almost alongside Z-Milk. He's going to challenge into Tarzan. No, he's backed off a little bit to go in here. So far, so good. Clean through turn 1 again. We'll keep an eye out for any action as turn 3 can be an overtaking spot.
Vinny's already overtaken Amiote. They're at the back of the field.
Very close racing here between Merck, Rujoff, and Johnny Damon.
Looks like Amiote may have had a little bit of maybe a spin or something. He is 5 seconds off the pace from everybody else.
I wonder if did he make a late pit stop?
I don't think so. He was right there with everybody. Well, maybe he did. It's possible.
Nope, he's
No, he
on the
didn't.
old
I think
tires.
I think he just lost it a little bit back there.
So he's going to need another safety car to get back in this thing. But up at the front, Angry Walrus leads us. It's lap 4 of the sprint. He's got a 1.5 second advantage over Z-Milk already. Only 1 lap back into this. Then it's Barney behind Z-Milk, Rujoff, Merck, Johnny Damon, God Rewinds, back this week off injury, already up into 7th, and Urban rounding out the final points paying position.
Angry Walls came to race tonight, folks.
He has been here to race all season long.
Rujoff slides into 3rd place, taking a spot away from Barney.
And if this is how the Grand Prix is going to go, we are...
Hope you didn't drink your coffee, folks.
He's already out to almost 2 seconds. He's going to make it boring, but he's got the pace. We need someone to jump out and catch him. We're looking right now at a battle between 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's all very close here, all within a second of each other.
How do you think they put that Duracell battery right there on top of that Williams car?
It's great marketing, isn't it?
It is pretty cool.
Oh, and we've
great
got
block.
Merck trying one on. Johnny Damon is now up into 5th, overtaking Merck. Those two have been going at it all season long in the Pro Tier, and looks like the theme continues here tonight. So Johnny Damon up into 5th. He's got his sights set on Barney now as they are heading through turns 4, 5, and 6.
Snipping the exhaust right off of that AlphaTauri, or not the Alfa Romeo.
Johnny Damon is very quick. I have a feeling he may have been able to battle Walrus had he not gotten into that early scuffle with Guzman. Got another overtaking spot coming up soon here. They're going to come through turns 13 and 14.
Ooh, God's Rewind is falling quickly. Did he spin?
Looks like he's had a spin coming out of turn 11. That's unfortunate. And Johnny Damon, we've missed the pass. Johnny Damon around the outside of Barney now.
Oh, he's diving at his teammate. Woo!
Getting sticking a nose in there through turn 3. So Johnny Damon now with Rujoff just ahead.
Johnny Damon is very quick.
He's got about a half second to Rujoff. And then maybe a second and a half to Z-Milk. We've got another safety car for your boy, Feeney. Oh, the short shoot between 8 and 9 catching him off guard. Man.
That's what happens, folks, when you don't show up for qualifying, you don't get your practice laps in.
I'm sure these guys have been doing plenty of practice runs, but man, yeah, this
Oh, guess
track
someone
is
diving
just
in.
that difficult. Who do we
Looks
have
like
in the
Z-Milk.
pits?
I think that was Z-Milk that may have done. No, was it Z-Milk? No. It looked like an Alfa Romeo.
Well,
Go through
one
the
thing I've
pits,
seen
but-
Johnny Damon do quite often is a bluff. Sometimes he will jump over into that pit lane and kind of bluff like he's going to pit. And I've not seen it work yet, but one of his little tool in his tool chest there.
Okay. Hemphead has hit the pits.
All right, so lap 8 of 12. This should be a short safety car, I would think. And then we'll have just a few laps to sprint the rest of this sprint. Before we
Reimer
get to the
already up
Grand Prix.
into 14th.
He's made up
Considering he
quite a
started
bit of
20th.
yeah. He's made up quite a bit of ground. It's been helped out a little bit by a couple of DNFs, but he needs to make up a little bit more room as well. He's still in the fight for the championship, but not going to score any points down in 14th.
Mm-mm.
All right, let's see here.
Johnny Damon making up 2 spots, but he started 3rd, so he's not quite made it all the way back where he needs to be. So hopefully safety car will be in this lap, and that will give us, 2-3 laps to go.
Yep, so real quick, we're going to take a look while we're waiting on this safety car to make its way around. We're going to take a look at the crash from Guzman to start this race off. We're on board with him. We're going to see they're side by side, him and Angry Walrus, as they go through 2 right here. Like I said, you get a little out of sorts, and he got just a bump and then straight into the wall. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We'll have to see
Darn.
how the stewards rule on that one.
And he got bumped all the way to the opposite turn.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
That goes
if that's a racing incident or. Man, that's gonna be a tough one to call.
I don't know. That definitely like a racing thing. I don't think that was intentional.
Yeah, first few corners of the lap, you know.
Yeah.
And it kind of looked like Angry Walrus was in front as they went through 2, and I don't know. Guzman trying to attack around the outside. I wouldn't want to be a steward deliberating on that one, that's for sure.
Nope. I'd rather sit here in the commentary booth.
We'll see what they come up
and
with.
speculate.
Right now, we've come up with 3 laps to go here in the sprint, and it's going to be a drag race down into turn 1. We'll see if Z-Milk can get the jump on Walrus as they get ready to take the flag.
A Ferrari has got his nose. Trying to get his nose out there a little bit.
And there he goes.
He's going to take off.
Walrus is off. He's already 8/10 up on Z-Milk, but we've got some jockeying back here for the final podium position. Rujoff, Johnny Damon, and Barney all very close as they head through turn 1.
Oh, Pontiac Bandit's falling to the field. We have 2 cars into turn 2.
Yeah, him and God Rewinds look like coming together in turn 1.
Looks like God Rewise is about to hit the wall again, just for good measure. For that first turn, folks, it is not very forgiving.
Oh, Rujoff going slightly wide through 9. And Johnny Damon's made it through, but he still has a Barney in that Alfa Romeo close behind. Johnny Damon's got 2 laps. We'll see if he can make up any time on Z-Milk here.
He's pulling a Russell driving into the grass and saving it.
Everyone on the ragged edge here in the last 2 laps of the sprint. Hemphead now falling back, losing it through that DRS zone.
Yeah. Good call.
And John the Prince now overtaking Rujoff. Both of them coming back and forth in positions there as they go through turn 1. Looking like Rujoff going to hold on to that position as we get into lap 11. And another caution for SP. God Rewinds is out.
Oh, man.
Looks like we're going to retain green flags, though.
Reimer all the way up to 11th.
So making up 3 positions on that restart.
Holy smokes. He's starting to look like a little bit like your boy, Hamilton. He had that incredible race coming from the back to win it for the sprint weekend.
Merck now getting in front of Barney. And Barney's following very closely. He's going to stick as close as he can here. He's just under half a second. DRS is going to be enabled on this final lap. So 1 more chance, 2 more chances to use it for any last chance overtakes here.
Look how close this midfield is.
Johnny Damon. Look at Johnny Damon.
All of them.
He's now down to almost half a second to Z-Milk. But yeah, positions 5 through 10, Pro, all very closely contested.
They are perfectly following each other, which is just incredible that they can race this close. Kudos to all of them. Another caution in sector 3.
And that's going to be SP.
He's chilling there.
All right, Johnny Damon now has got the gap down to 2/10. He's hounding Z-Milk around these last few corners. If you're Z-Milk, you got to have nerves of steel right now. He's going to get one last opportunity, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to get the overtake done before they get to the start-finish. Maybe. Oh! A photo finish. He finishes just 6/100ths behind Z-Milk.
Oh,
wow. Oh, my gosh. What a finish for second place.
What? You already had some.
Unbelievable. But congratulations to Angry Walrus, your sprint winner. Started in the front, finished in the front, and didn't see any competition really for the first 12 laps of this evening.
Woo. Reimer with the driver of the day.
Reimer, driver of the day. He's made it up to 11th. Yeah, made up 9 positions in that sprint. But your ultimate winner in the sprint, Angry Walrus, is going to retain pole for the Grand Prix, followed by Z-Milk. Johnny Damon making his way back up to where he started in 3rd. Merck in 4th. Barney in 5th. Rujoff in 6th. John the Prince in 7th. And Urban in that Mercedes finishing in the final points paying position in 8th. We have just a few minutes here until we get the Grand Prix underway. It should be a fairly quick process. Everyone has their setups loaded. We're going to take a few minutes just to get their strategies set up, and then we'll get the race underway. I see Untrained Pro has got his invisibility cloak on. Pro, where did you get one of those? Because last time I checked, the only place you could get one of those was that street that where you buy the magic wands, and you've got the you can buy like your an owl. Anyway, that was a terrible Harry Potter reference. We've got the Grand Prix up next. I think it's going to be good. I'm hoping that we get some sort of tire offset strategy that is going to pit Johnny Damon, Z-Milk, and Angry Walrus all together at some point in this Grand Prix for some crazy battles.
Sorry about that. I had to go get milk for the kiddo.
Hey,
Plus, I wanted
no
to
problem.
take a peek outside and check out the blue moon.
It's a blue moon?
It's a blue moon tonight, folks. It's the largest and brightest moon for the next 14 years.
No way.
Yep.
Do I need to go look
Got
at
your
it?
window. Oh yeah, it's bright as F.
Pretty bright.
It's pretty bright.
Well, okay, I'm going to take a quick break, folks, because I'm gonna look. I got to check this out.
Super blue moon.
Oh,
Took
yeah,
some
that's pretty
pictures
cool.
of it. It is pretty
It's
cool.
like when you buy a car and you get those crappy halogen headlights and then you put LEDs in it. That's what the moon
Yeah.
looks like.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Took
car
pictures
reference
of
for
Aubrey
you.
with it last night.
All right, no formation lap. We're getting ready to go. This is the Elite Tier Grand Prix, and we are off away from the line. Lights are out. We're rushing down into Tarzan turn 1.
Change your screen.
Oh, big wreck at the back. Feeney nose
Change your
first.
screen, Kelly.
Oh my gosh. We got a safety car already. Holy moly. That was nuts. My heart is literally pounding right now.
No. The accident, folks, happened before the even turn 1 happened.
Yeah, it was on the straightaway. What happened?
I don't know, but Feeney drove into the wall on the straightaway.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I shouldn't have gone and looked at that moon. I could have looked at it later, but I had to see it. Okay, so a little bit of drama, and look what's happened at the front. Z-Milk, your leader, into turn 1. The attention took our eyes to the back of the field. We missed what happened at the front. Z-Milk taking the lead from Angry Walrus. He's on the soft tire, Walrus on the medium, but let's see what everyone else is on currently. So there you go. Z-Milk, the only man in the top 7 on soft tires. Then we've got softs 8, 9, 10. And then only Reimer and Bongit in the midfield on mediums. It's interesting tire strategy.
I saw Z-Milk and John the Prince both do that fake dive down into the pits.
It's probably tempting, but yeah, I mean, you're only a lap in. You just got to stick with your strategy, I feel like. And based on what happened in the sprint, we're going to get more safety cars. So,
Exactly.
gonna get some more. You got another? Did you get some more chicken nuggets?
I got a protein bar. I don't know why I'm so hungry.
Well, you got to keep your energy up. You know, this is hard work we're doing, but somebody's got to do it. You know,
We got 37 laps to go.
we
30.
do. We are on lap
50 steps.
2. If you've missed what's happened, basically, we've got a safety car. We had a wreck turn before we even made it to turn 1. And yeah, we've had a change at the front. And let's see what other positions have we. Not much. God Rewinds up 5 positions from the start. What? How did he do that? That's pretty
telling you that-
impressive. We got a safety car at turn 1.
Hopefully we get a replay of what happened because there were cars everywhere.
We'll see. Who was it? Feeney. Yeah, if Feeney, I know he probably is watching. If you got that, send it over. We'd love to air your dirty laundry if we could. So it looks like safety car's in, and Z-Milk is going to get the field restarted. This time he's the one catching Angry Walrus off guard. He's now up 7/10, and Johnny Damon now putting the pressure on Walrus. They're heading into turn 3. We'll see if there's any action. It's clean so far.
So we'd like to see it. See if we have a clean race for us this way.
Midfield is very close. I know we've just restarted this race, but Reimer up a position on Shiesty, up into 11th now. Johnny Damon having a little bit of trouble. I thought he might be able to stick with the Aston Martin, but he's fallen back.
Maybe he's just going to take his time.
He's probably taking his time, doesn't want to abuse those tires too much. But look at Walrus. He's already clawed his way back up behind the Ferrari of Z-Milk and looking to maybe get past done into turn 1.
Walrus wants that spot back.
He
He's like, I earned
really
that.
does. I don't think he's going to be close enough to get it done this lap.
Nope. It's like that midfield starting to break up just a bit finally.
Hop on board with Reimer. He's lost that position to Shiesty now. Shiesty is on those softer compound tires, so going to have slight advantage until those mediums get warmed up. It looks like God Rewinds trying to make a move on Reimer.
He smells blood.
Yeah, and that's the thing here, right? Like, if you're a little bit slower on pace, you're backing up the cars behind you. So if one overtake happens, you're just going to keep getting past.
I mean, that's what happened to Magnussen this weekend.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yep.
Pontiac Bandit looks like he is into the again.
He's had a little bit of trouble there and off after turn 10. Go back up to the front. We have another safety car. I believe that's going to be for Bandit. He's probably lost. Yep, front wing, so they're going to clean up debris. So another safety car. I would bet we see some soft tire runners into the pits this lap. Yes, Rujoff currently in, Hemphead in, SP, Pontiac. We knew he was coming in. Anybody at the front, those guys are going to have a little bit of an advantage. They were able to sneak into the pit stop before everyone else. So if they're able to make their way back up to the back of the pack, they might pass some, like, you know, your curveballs, Urban, Obad, Shiesty, if those guys come in.
Very interesting call to go with the hard tire because you all know it's going to be another pit stop with as many safety cars. I don't know if I'd want to risk going to a hard tire this early in the race with so many soft tires still in the field.
Yeah, you would think anybody jumping onto the hard now is going to need another stop maybe.
The other thing too is, like, with the soft tire and you go to the hard, you're going to potentially save, 20-something, 25 seconds maybe. Going that hard to save yourself on a pit stop, but if there's going to be another yellow, maybe only saving 10 seconds, 10, 15 seconds at best.
Yeah,
and,
possibly.
You'll lose, you could lose easily each lap hard compared to everybody's just soft.
Yeah, the thing with those softs is, I think initially you would lose that, but those softs are going to they're going to fall off way faster than the hards would. So you'll be able to run a more consistent pace on that hard for a longer time. I don't know. 20. It's going to be 30 laps on that hard tire. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe guys like Reimer, Johnny Damon, those are a couple of guys off the top that I think probably are very good at tire conservation who could make that strategy work. But Johnny Damon's on mediums, and same with Reimer. So they're already starting in tire conservation mode. So I think they're wanting to run a faster tire towards the end of this Grand Prix.
Yeah, good call. Well, speaking of cars, I put new headlights on the Mustang.
Yeah, I saw you did some work.
Yeah. I've had those sitting on my attic for the last 6 years. So,
You've had them for that long?
yep.
I
got a deal on them. I'm a card. I had to use it or coupon or something like that, so I bought those because they were on sale, and I just I'll put them on at some point and threw in the attic.
I don't think I've had car parts barely hit my front porch before I had them on the car, let alone. So we got a safety car in this lap. We're on lap 6 here of the Dutch Grand Prix for CCRL's Elite Tier. Z-Milk leads. He's on the soft tire. Angry Walrus close behind on that medium. Is Z-Milk going to go all the way up to the... No, here he goes. Playing a little sneakery here as we get this thing restarted.
Definitely waiting till the last minute to get going.
Merck was close behind, and he had a Barney trying to sneak a nose in there in turn 1. Both thought the better of it. Looks like everyone pretty tame through turn 3. We'll go back up to the front. The battle for the lead. Z-Milk and Angry Walrus. The gap way less than it was prior to the safety car here.
It's going to be hard for Walrus or Z-Milk to really open up a lead as many cautions getting. So it's almost like, why do you want to maybe not push yourself as the leader to maybe open up a huge lead if you just go down again?
Yep. So, and that's, you've touched on a strategy that Mercedes was very keen to in their domination era, is that you're right. A safety car can come out anytime. So why would you murder your tires knowing that when you can just maintain a 2 to 3 second gap in the lead and then not completely waste your tires?
Oh, looks like we got a McLaren in the wall.
And we do. We've got Guzman now for the second time tonight DNF'd, as he looked like he was coming out of turn 12 that time. Man.
Turn 12 has taken 2 out today.
Yeah, it's playing for keeps tonight, turn 12 is.
Barn doesn't like the hard tire. He's going to come in for the pit here.
So who we got? Barney on the hard, Urban and Owa on the mediums now. So that's an interesting change for those guys. I got to think we see Z-Milk in this lap to change off those softs.
I mean, they've only had 2 laps of real racing on those tires.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We'll see if Guzman or Feeney got a clip of their... Feeney saying got hit on the street. Inside info on this safety car.
think we should do a drink. I think we should do a drinking game. We could probably start now and still get pretty sloshed if we just do drink every safety car.
Oh man, I take a shot every safety car. That's definitely a Monday night commentary game.
Or a Friday night race if we had.
I'm gonna have to make that suggestion to Reimer and see if he jumps on board.
That would be awesome. Every time there's a lead change.
Oh heavens!
Could be a great stream. Do a 24-hour stream and a drink the whole time.
Oh my gosh! It's like a human experiment.
Yes. All
So
right,
we're-
no one came in from
yeah.
the pits here. Where's
behind the
Reimer? Reimer's
safety
up
car.
to 8th now.
Yep, Reimer up to 8th. He's making progress. Angry Walrus and Johnny Damon just not. I think the safety car is killing them because by the time they get that medium tire in the working temperature, we're back under a safety car, and they've got to work again for another few laps to make up that ground.
Mm-hmm.
So Z-Milk can manage a safety car every 2 to 3 laps. He may have this thing in the bag. And we are safety car in this lap. I feel like a broken record a little bit, but Z-Milk going to lead us away here from the safety car, lap 9. We're going to get lap 10 started this lap, so Z-Milk to lead us away from Angry Walrus and the Johnny Damon.
Now, does he make us wait the full time? Nope, he goes early this time.
Yeah, he's got a lot up his sleeve tonight, but he's running out of tricks as we are counting down the laps here. They make it through turn 1. Everyone seems to, yes, cleanly make it through turn 1. Leaders now into turn 3. Z-Milk pulling a little bit of time from Angry Walrus now.
I wondered how John the Prince got around Burke so quickly. I think he got
Pass him off the track.
passing him under the yellow flag, ignoring the yellow flag.
What happened there? Okay. Now Angry Walrus is very close to Z-Milk. The battle up front for the lead, down to 3/10. And you got to think Angry Walrus getting a little tired of being behind that Ferrari after the first third of the race here is coming to a close.
He's seeing red.
He's green with envy.
Dad jokes, folks.
He's got a great run coming out of
Beautiful
Ari
run.
Lyondike, and he's got the pass done well before turn 1. He's going to get the inside on Z-Milk, and I would say those softs are probably getting towards the end of their life.
Yeah. Great shot from our camera crew. Just shout out to them.
Yeah, they do a great job every week. Johnny Damon now very close to the Ferrari of Z-Milk. He's got to get the pass done on Z-Milk pretty soon if he wants to stick with Walrus.
Yep.
He's got to get it done.
No DRS started yet, so he's got to do it under his own power.
Yeah, we should see DRS next lap, but Johnny Damon needs a pass before then if he's going to try and hang on to the back of that Aston Martin.
He's looking in the inside there. Couldn't get anything going.
Gap's pretty close throughout the midfield. But we're going to keep our eyes focused up here just for the time being. Z-Milk's doing an excellent job, though, holding off Johnny Damon.
Maybe his tires weren't warmed up enough for that restart.
Z-Milk's or Damon's?
Z-Milk's.
Yeah.
Z-Milk's. Because now he's being very competitive to keep it behind.
Oh, he's got just a 10.
Oh,
Oh,
he's got a. Oh,
oh, we've got VSC for.
like Rujov
Rujov.
is falling down.
Yeah, what's happened with Rujov? He's missing a front wing. It looked like it was maybe out of turn. Where would that have been? Turn 5?
Looks like it. Maybe coming out of turn 5.
So, lap 12, we got a VSC. Your leader, Angry Walrus. He's going to retain this lead, the size of this lead. Oh, no, he won't because we have a full safety car now. Oh, boy.
That's number 4.
I got to think, yeah, Z-Milk's headed in.
Folks, if you love this race, stick around for next week where we go to where?
Monza. Monza's next week.
Monza. Okay.
Yep.
Monaco is the pro tier, right?
Yeah, so, well, let's,
Monaco's pro.
good point. Let's bring up the calendar and take a look. So next week, we will be in Monza. Week after that, Singapore. So your Asian Monaco, if you will. And then Monaco the week after. Portimao on 4 October. That'll be a great race. I love Portimao. That's a great track. Qatar, week after that. And then we finish up the season in Vegas. So
that'll be exciting. I've not seen that track yet.
Vegas is fun. I like that track a lot.
Lots of speed there. That's gonna favor the Williams, I'm thinking.
Yeah, lots of speed. And it's so iconic. I mean, even in the car, as fast as you're going, you see the casinos flying by. You're like, oh, there goes the Bellagio. Oh, there goes, it's like,
oh, that's cool.
It's crazy.
I'm surprised we didn't see anybody on the. Because now you're going to have. What's his name? Curveball could potentially undercut you now.
Yeah, Z-Milk coming in. He's gone to the hard, so he's on a one-stop strategy. Came out 13th though, from second place. Couple of interesting strategies. Hemphead and Rujov on the soft tire back in 17th and 18th.
John the Prince electing not to come in on the first lap. Comes in on the second.
Yep.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Him and Hemphead both. So they're probably getting off those. I bet they pitted without being able to change their tires. So now they're back in, putting on hards, if I had to guess. Let's take a look. Hards for John the Prince and mediums for Hemphead. So big winners. Reimer up into 4th. He's made up 7 positions. Bongit up to 5th. He's made up 9. And then Pontiac and SP both making up 10 positions in 6th and 7th. So lots of movement from the start of the race.
I think everybody from Oahu all the way up has yet to pit though too. So
yeah, we'll take a look at
see
stops.
some shuffling.
Yep. So your top 5 still need to make a pit stop.
And pits,
possibly 6 through 11 may need to make another one.
Yeah.
So safety cars in this lap. We're going to have Angry Walrus leading the field away, but this time he's got a Johnny Damon right behind him. A couple of very fast drivers up here at the front. Merck's up there as well. He's been the one giving Johnny Damon hell in the pro tier. So the 3 of them going to get this thing restarted here. And Walrus quick away.
I heard Johnny Damon's brother's in the stands today, Matt.
Matt Damon. Yep, he is. He's in the chat. Matt, if you're out there, say hello. We have had quite a few celebrities here in the Elite Tier. We've had the real Verstappen, the Dutch Verstappen, and now Matt Damon. So we've been very blessed here.
Oh my goodness.
Johnny Damon having a little bit of trouble sticking with Angry Walrus here the first part of this lap.
Walrus just has not Damon's number. Like Walrus just has been able to fly.
He's been
not
very
able-
fast.
Ugh.
Barney back in 9th, very close to the back of that Alpha Tauri of Owa. And very interesting, he's on a hard tire, able to match the pace of Owa on the mediums. Will we see a pass? Pontiac losing that spot. Oh, gets a little loose as well, and that causes Barney to go off into the sand.
Oh. That turn 1, turn 2 has been an exciting turn all night long, folks.
It sure has. Catching a lot of people off guard tonight. SP now behind Bong It. He is very rapid in this part of the Grand Prix, all over the back of that Ferrari. And a caution. We've got a Alfa Romeo off of Shiesty in turn 9. Back to green flags now. He is underway. Z-Milk sizing up Urban for a pass, and now we have DRS back online this lap. Reimer now making his way past Merck into turn 1. Strong stuff from the Mercedes. They're on equal tires. Around the outside through turn 1. Very impressive from the Canadian in that Mercedes.
I'm telling you, he's channeling his inner Hamilton. Hamilton did that.
He is. He's on the long strategy here to start the race. We'll see what he can do. The more time he can put between himself and the rest of that midfield is only going to help him come to the end of this race. Johnny,
Cheers to being cut to that 4-second lead that Damon's got over him right now.
yeah, just about to move. We've moved up to Johnny Damon. He's currently running in second. Just half a second off the back of that Aston Martin of Angry Walrus. We've got some movement now back in 5th. SP around the outside of Bong It. They're bumping as they come through turn 12, and SP's going to get that pass done, but Bong It's going to get DRS as they come down this straightaway.
Looks like Pontiac Bandit
No
has got into
safety
it with a
car
couple
as
others.
of yet. Hemphead back underway. We've got a gaggle up here, and Urban making his way through,
The
and
Atari's off in the gravel.
oh, so much action here. It's hard to dissect everything going on.
Can we just put a camera up in turn 1 and just wait for them to come around?
All these guys running so close together here. We're going to go back up front. Johnny Damon now is under 3/10. We've got another caution for a Williams
It's like a Williams is stuck in that gravel.
or an Alpine. Hemphead. Yeah, the Williams. Hemphead, a DNF. No safety car. We are still underway here. Johnny Damon just flirting with half a second, but he's going to get DRS down this straightaway. I don't know if he's going to be close enough to use it. Another caution now for Agnote.
Now for Atari. Mm-hmm.
He's underway. He's got the car moving. So Johnny Damon now under 3/10. Can he hold that for the rest of the lap?
And Walrus and Johnny Damon are both pulling away from Reimer.
Curveball getting the
2
pass
second
done on to Bong It now into turn 1. It's a very close fight, 5th through 10th right now. So Johnny Damon, he's able to keep that gap. He's going to get another shot of DRS here in between turns 10 and 11 to kind of even further help his resume to pass Walrus down into turn 1.
I'm thinking Johnny Damon's just not getting his tires kept warm enough during yellow flags. Because once the tires warm up, after a couple laps in, he is quick.
All right, so Damon now, he is out, and there we go. Walrus going to take this opportunity to put on some new boots, and we'll see the overtake is very powerful here in F123. We'll see if Angry Walrus is able to put on a new set of tires and come out way ahead of Johnny Damon. But Johnny Damon now has some fresh track in front of him. We'll see if he's able to get the hammer down and put in some hot laps before he too comes in for the hard tire. Or is he going to go to a soft, I wonder? Let's see. We're going to look and see what
Walrus
Yep.
for the hard tire.
He's gone for the
Interesting.
hard. Yep, 16 laps to go. He took the medium to 20. So is Damon going to go further in and jump onto a soft? That we will have to wait.
Open
and
up an
see.
8.5 second lead over Reimer. He's just flying right now. So he's definitely not tire conserving right now. Conserving his tires? There you go. Tire conserving. Wow.
It's a curveball now tucked up under the Mercedes of Reimer. And we've got another Agnute having a little bit of trouble with turn 9 tonight. Curveball getting the pass done on Reimer.
Does Reimer dive into the pits here? He does not. Interesting.
Oh, we are setting up for a lot of fireworks into turn 3 here.
Oh, into the grass. LP
Oh,
to the grass and back into the field.
Goodness gracious.
Oh.
I don't know how they all came away unscathed through there.
Oh man, there's not even barely even a second between the 7th and 12th and 11th position right now.
It is so close in that midfield battle. Unbelievable. And that's God Rewinds. His first race back tonight. He is mixing it up with all the rest of these guys. You'd never know he was gone.
I'm literally speechless on how well these guys are racing tonight. Pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's been... Oh, we've got some pitters. Johnny Damon in. Merck in. Bongit is in. And Johnny Damon out on the softs. Just
Johnny
behind
Damon,
Z-Milk.
I think he brushed the wall coming out of that pit.
Did look like he flirted with scraping the red off those Pirelli tires. So this will be interesting now because Johnny Damon is the better of 2 seconds behind Angry Walrus now, but he's on a softer tire, so we'll see if he can make that last to the end of the race. And Angry Walrus looks like he's lining up a pass on SP now.
I'm wondering if Reimer's holding out for another yellow flag. That's why he hasn't jumped in there yet.
It's very possible. Oh, we've got John the Prince
into
off.
the gravel.
Taking the short way around turn 12.
Don't
And
think that's how it works.
Look at Walrus, the run he's got on SP coming out of
dives
Lion
under
Dyke.
the inside.
Both have DRS, but Walrus going to get that pass done before they make it down into turn 1.
Beautiful pass. Reimer is in the pits.
Reimer's in. So we'll see what Reimer. I got to think Reimer's coming out on the soft tire. It's 13 laps to go. He's taken the medium all the way 23 laps into this race. And look at Walrus just threading the needle through here. He's got Rujoff up in front of him now. He's making quick work of this traffic.
It's like a completely different league right now.
And he's putting on a show. He's showing just exactly why. Oh, he's going around the outside of Rujoff into turn 12, into turn 11.
And it hurts even more that Rujoff picked up a 3-second penalty just trying to avoid getting any contact there.
That was...
That's disappointing.
We'll see. We got another pitter in SP now. Urban. Oh, Walrus and Urban. This is going to be tight going into 3. No. And look at that. Walrus just pace in handfuls there as he gets around Urban coming out of turn 3. This is absolutely outrageous. And look at both the Aston Martins now. Running 2 and 3 currently. Is Rewind's going to yield to his teammate? Yes, he is. Going to let him by there as they come through turn 9. Or 10, I'm sorry.
I'm going to tell you right now that if you mirror teammates, I'm not never take that spot. Oh, a little wiggle right there from God Rewinds.
We'll see if Rewinds holds up Johnny Damon at all, trying to do his teammate a favor. Johnny Damon lining up the pass here on Rewinds. Is he going to get it done? No, he's not going to get it done in turn 1.
Oh, late break. No.
Oh, he's going to get a drive on him. Is he? Surely not into turn 3. Oh
my gosh.
Just the finest margins between these guys.
Just kissing the back bumper there.
Unbelievable.
Drinking from the exhaust pipe.
Oh, man. It just looks like every time it's going to be spell heartache.
These guys are incredible.
Oh, we've got a caution and Alfa
Barney has
Romeo
retired.
off it just after turn 12. Yeah, Barney, DNF. And I don't see a safety car yet. Johnny Damon very close now to the back of Rewinds. But has Rewinds done the job? He's now got Johnny Damon, who's going to get past here down the straightaway. But now look at the gap. Oh!
Goes and around.
Oh, no. That is a little naughty on Rewind's part there. He had to have known Johnny Damon was coming around. Oh, that's frustrating.
We'll leave it up to the stewards to decide if anything happened there.
We absolutely will leave it on their doorstep. Looking at Curveball up here in first. Angry Walrus charging very fast behind. We're at lap 26, 10 to go in this Grand Prix. We've lost 4 runners already. Hopefully no more. Johnny Day, we're going to go back to some close battles here. And actually, we've got John the Prince this time trying to overtake God Rewinds. Good luck.
Watch out, Prince. You might get bumped going into turn 1 again.
It felt foul. It did. I don't like that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think he meant anything.
He's moved over quite a...
We'll see.
Oh, late break. He's kept it in, and he's put up a stout defense into turn 1, has Scott Rewinds.
I think you learned from his earlier pushing a little too hard, trying to push that person off the track. He backed off a little bit that time.
All right, we're going to head up front here. Curveball doing his best, but may have to yield the lead of this race over to Walrus. Is Walrus going to get the pass done into turn 11? He is, with plenty of room to spare. Curveball backing out of that battle, knowing if he can follow Walrus. Right now, they've got a 7-second gap back to Z-Milk.
And he already scrubbed the whole 1 second differential. Walrus is just flying right now, folks.
So Rewind's playing the defense for that Aston Martin team. We'll see if John the Prince is able to make a move here. And yes, he has. He just needs to cover off that inside line. But it looks like he is going to... Yep, he's going to retain fourth now, making his way past Rewinds. Now next man up behind is Johnny Damon. He's going to try it again. And this time he may do it with a little bit more fervor. Oh, sends it on the inside. I'm not sure if he got contact or if he just thought maybe that wasn't going to stick. He's got DRS now side by side with Rewinds. He should be able to get the pass done as they go into 11. Yes. Oh, contact back behind Bong It and Rewinds. Ooh. Man.
Jeez. And Rewinds has gone around.
He has. And unfortunate there for that was just, I think it was just a sequence of events happening there, but now we've got Curveball coming into the pits for his pit stop.
Just climbing his way back up there again.
Merck on Reimer now as they go through turn 3. He's made up quite a bit of time on the Mercedes.
It definitely looks like Reimer probably should have come in when Walrus did.
I just have a hard time, but look at that gap from first to second now. 10 seconds. And Johnny Damon now knocking on the door of a podium. He's all over the back of that McLaren of John the Prince.
We'll see if John Prince is Johnny's a little bit more patient this time. I think he was a little too ambitious that last pass.
Angry Walrus having made his way across the line. We've now started lap 30.
There we go.
Of 36. Johnny Damon making his way past John the Prince for third place. He's got 4 seconds to make his way up behind Z-Milk, who is on the hard tires, so not impossible. He's got his work cut out for him, though. John the Prince in fourth. Reimer fighting his way up to fifth now, holding on from a charging Merc in the Williams. Bong It in seventh, Curveball in eighth, Shiesty in ninth, God Rewinds in 10th, SP in 11th, and looking to take that final points position away from God Rewinds. He's on the fresher tires. We'll see if he can get this pass done here in this next run down to turn 11th. He's all over the back of that Aston Martin, will get DRS here. We know Rewinds is good on the brakes, but look at this. Urban gonna take... Oh! SP getting out of sorts, and he's gonna get passed by Urban and Rujoff.
He takes the sign out with him.
Yeah, that Rolex sign is obliterated. So now Merck and Reimer fighting into turn 1. A little bit of rubbing. Boom! Twice they've come
Reimer
together now. Reimer
aggressively coming back down.
Woo. Oh, that turn 2 is so aggressive. You're at such high speed, carrying so much speed out of that bank turn 1 that yeah, it's almost inevitable sometimes not to make contact. Whew.
And coming into turn 1 right out of that DRS zone.
These elite
You have-
guys
you have so
putting on
much
a show tonight. It's not been boring.
Well, once they get past the first 4 cautions, it's been great. Yes. We all love the blimp view. Let's give us more.
I do. This is one of my favorite views in the game. I wish they would add it in more often. Ooh, we got a caution. We've got Pontiac Bandit DNF'd. Are we gonna get a safety car, a late safety car? No, but John the Prince and Merc battling into turn 1. Those hard tires must be starting to fall apart here.
I thought for sure Reimer was going to try to go around the outside.
Reimer's on the soft tire. He knows he's got the advantage over the hards on that McLaren. He's just got to pick the right time to try and make a move. Those guys are all running very Merc 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, all within about a second of each other.
This is crazy.
And John the Prince has got a little run on Merc. Merc's having to do some defensive footwork here as they enter turn 1. Looks like he gave John the Prince just a little bump. Curveball and Reimer are going to make their way through. SP looking to make a move on Urban in the back for that final points paying position. He's been back behind that Mercedes very close for the past couple laps now. We're on lap 33. Doesn't have much time to get that move done, Pro.
It'll be very interesting. See if he avoids hitting a more sign.
SP, he's a solid racer. We saw him really come alive at the end of last season, putting in some very good performances. We're waiting for that fire to ignite again in this season 3. He's been very consistent, just not on the same level of performance we saw at the end of last year. But he's one of our commentators on Monday night. What a great guy.
Maybe just the tracks haven't suited him for the.
Oh, we've got a stricken Aston Martin rewinds. Lost a front wing there coming out of turn 12, it appears. Having a rough night. It looked like he had good pace, but his first night back's been a little rough.
Disappointing because he was racing so well there.
We've jumped on board now with Angry Walrus. It's lap 34 of 36. This man leads and is doing it very well. He's got a 15-second lead over Z-Milk and Johnny Damon. Those two battling it out for the runner-up position. Is Johnny Damon got anything for Z-Milk here these last couple laps? He's made up 4 seconds over the last 4 laps. He's made up the time. Now he's got to get the pass done. That's sometimes easier said than done.
And that was an easy pass with the DRS zone.
It's like we need one of those Staples buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was easy.
That was easy.
Yeah, those, unfortunately, Z-Milk's tires have been on quite some time. He's got 22 lap old hards on versus 13 lap softs. Yeah, it's he's going to be struggling.
Didn't see that yellow flag that he's probably hoping for.
And look at Merck and Reimer. These two still going at it for fourth position, and Curveball just laying there waiting, hoping to maybe pick up the pieces if these two get into a super fierce battle. Now look at that, Curveball all over the back of that Williams of Merck. Ooh.
Go around the a lot of buck driving in.
Yeah, I think he outbraked himself heading into 11
Yeah.
there.
Wisely backed out. But with DRS and the faster tires, he'll pick up a lot of speed coming to this final turn.
And Reimer knows Merck is coming. He's close, and he's having to do a little bit of evasive maneuver here to break that toe down the straightaway.
Let's look around that final lap there, trackside.
We are. It's lap 36, and Walrus moving slowly.
Get out of the way for his teammate. Get for a lap. Lap traffic.
Got to give it up. The man has pace, and he showed it here tonight. 15 second lead over Johnny Damon, who has made his way finally past Z-Milk for second place. These two are going to be your heavyweight contenders here going through season 3. Angry Walrus across the line to take the victory here tonight in the Netherlands. Your Dutch Grand Prix winner, Angry Walrus, and Johnny Damon now crossing the line second, and Z-Milk, your final man on the podium tonight, getting back to his ways. He's struggled through the first part of this season, but it looks like he's put in some pretty decent finishes over the past few weeks. Reimer in fourth, back on form. He is going to take a haul of points away, which he needs in this championship battle. Merck in fifth. Curveball in sixth. John the Prince in seventh, followed closely by Bong It. Ninth goes to Shiesty, and SP still in that final points position away from Urban. It looked like he was very close, almost ninth. He's 3/1000ths away, or 300ths away from Shiesty. Urban coming in 11th, Rujoff in 12th, Owa 13th, 14th Rewinds, and Anyote 15th of those who continued running tonight here. Man, what a race, bro.
Well, congratulations to Walrus, just absolute domination of Baylor.
Yeah, just
Congrats
ridiculous domination. I mean, that's the story of this season so far. Someone's got to find an answer for him.
Well, if drivers don't take any more vacations in the season, if anybody can catch him.
Yeah. So congrats to Walrus. He's going to add another win to his total on this season. He looks unstoppable. I mean, this is like Verstappen-esque pace in the elite tier. So if he keeps this up, he's going to be in good shape.
He'll be battling with you. Well, I guess there's no promotion league after this. It sounds like you guys need a new promotion.
Another
elite,
tier?
The elite.
Ultimate tier?
The ultimate legendary tier or something.
Oh, boy. So after the sprint race, Walrus taking maximum points. I didn't see... Did he take fastest lap? Did he get a grand slam?
So. I don't think he did. He would have had 20.
Yeah, you're right. Someone else took it.
Maybe SP got it. He's got 1 point there.
Let's see. I don't see it anywhere. Huh. Yeah, so he was very close to a grand slam, but taking maximum points away from tonight, 33. So he's really going to increase his lead in the championship tonight. So congrats to him. Pro, appreciate you joining us tonight.
Yeah, Absolutely. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, absolutely. Folks, we appreciate you watching. Been keeping an eye on the viewers over this past 2.5 hours, and we appreciate you. I know there was some technical difficulties, but it ended up being a good race, so I'm glad you all stuck around. We'll see you next week. If you're in for a party, join us Monday nights with the Pro Tier and Reimer. And if not, we'll see you next Wednesday. We'll be in Monza. Should be a great race. So have a great week. We'll see you next week. I have been Trackside on behalf of Untrained Pro. We appreciate you. This has been CCRL's Elite Tier. We'll see you next week, folks.
Good night.